Honorable Stella Okotete is standing by. She's the APC National Women leader. Thank you for joining us this morning. Last year, the National Executive Committee of the APC dissolved the NWC and in place constituted a caretaker committee. There are about 13 members on that list and only one woman who, of course, is the woman representative. I've heard some say if a man could have represented women, maybe a man would have made that list. Are you comfortable with the design? Because much of the poor representation we're talking about stem out from political systems and structures. Do you agree?
I totally disagree because the previous speaker had also highlighted that it's a cultural thing and it's a societal issue. But on the caretaker, yes, I'm the only woman, and that's why we're coming together tomorrow, next week to, speak with one voice and also change our strategies as women, so we could have more women represent us across, all spheres of government and also in party politics. So far, so good. I can tell you that we've been able to change the narrative. Yes, I'm one woman in the caretaker, but throughout all our congresses, from the wards to the local government and the state, we've been able to see that we have more women represent us at all levels of the party organization. And so right now we have a minimum of 3 to 7 women in each of these various categories that earlier mentioned, representing women. We hope that when we go into our convention, we'll be able to have more women also represent us. And going into 2023, we'll definitely be speaking to the society, speaking to all the cultural barriers to see that we have more women, represent Nigeria, and attract development for our nation.
Let's talk about affirmative action, or what people call quota system. Is that known to your party's constitution, or what is your strategy of driving the numbers up for the women folk? Like
I said, it's a society thing. Nigeria is part of the Benin Union, and so they accepted the affirmation. We're part of it. On the party level, yes, we believe so much in it, and that's why the chairman of our party, Mai Mala Buni, His Excellency Mai Mala Buni, actually approved for us to have the National Women's Conference. It's the first of its kind. It's giving us a platform for women to come together and speak with one voice. Yes, the opportunities are there, but in politics, positions are not given to you a la carte. Women have to come out in their numbers. We have to change our strategies. We have to woo. We have to lobby. We have to work together to see that we can get more women elected into various offices across all tiers, from the council level up to, the National Assembly, and also advocate for more female representations in the executive positions. I can tell you that the APC has actually done well, and there's room to do more, and that's why we're here at this time to forge a new course and actually get stakeholders to address and accept our new proposals.
What do you think? Are women waiting to be given, or they now have the capacity to take it, particularly ahead the big one in 2023?
In terms of capacity, women have the capacity to do whatever we're called out to do. So capacity is not the problem. And for 2023, I'm aware that on our platform, the All Progressives Congress, we already have our women in their numbers coming out to contest for 108 positions or seats at the National Assembly. We've also identified the need to support the young women. And so as a party, we have a platform that is also wooing and identifying very young women and building their interest for leadership as well as politics, the Young Progressive Women's Forum. I believe that with the outcome of our Congress by next convention, will definitely be seeing women represent women and represent the party at the party level. And going into the elections, APC will definitely be supporting women across board, to vie for various positions in 2023. We are ready. That's why we're coming in next week to speak with one voice, identify the issues. We agree that there are obstacles, there are barriers, and yes, we're working and forging out new ways and strategies to overcome those barriers. And I can tell you that our women, especially the progressive women of Nigeria, are very well positioned, very experienced. We're also building capacity across all divides, to see that when it's time for the elections in 2023, this is a pre-election year, we are ready. And we're not going to be, served, but we're going to go into the field with the support of our men, because the progressive men also in the party are also very encouraging. With the support of our men, I'm sure we'll definitely have the numbers and would obviously, by the grace of God, increase the 35% affirmative action order.
You launched the Digital Academy for Women last year. What was that about and what progress have you made? Honorable, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm asking about the Digital Academy that was launched last year for women. What was it about and what form of progress have you made with it?
Because, like I told you, we did the diagnostics of why our women are actually, the largest voters, but we are not actually, being recognized in terms of political positions or being elected on various platforms. And so with the support of the national chairman, the interim chairman, the critical committee chairman of our party, His Excellency Mimala Buni, he approved that we set up a digital academy. It's actually the first in the entire Africa. I'm not surprised because we're actually the largest party right now, the ruling party in Africa. The platform is designed to educate, empower our women across board. We have various courses, online courses on the platform, from leadership to entrepreneurship, skill development, mental health therapy, and all of that. We identify these are issues that we need to deal with going into the elections. And so we're targeting 20 million subscribers. It's also on Google platform as well as the Apple platform. So even if you're online or offline, you can actually go on the progressive courses for our women. With this, we are sure that we'll be able to have more women participate in politics and also break the barriers of poverty, unemployment, which is one of the tools that, has actually limited the participation of women actively in politics. And so this platform is actually addressing most and almost all the barriers that we've identified, culturally and otherwise. So we are hopeful. Ongoing right now, we have over 1.2 million subscribers. We're going to officially, the First Lady of the country, Her Excellency Aisha Buhari, is going to officially unveil it to the entire world at our conference next week. And we're sure in the next couple of months we'll have over 20 million subscribers, and obviously expand it so we can actually also encourage the younger generation, men and youths, to also be part of this new initiative. You agree with me, COVID has changed all our activities. And so real-time learning virtually or on online platform is the way to go. And I'm sure we'll definitely be making that impact.
Let me stay with you for another minute, Honorable, because I heard you say your party is the biggest on the continent. Big party, big problem. Since you're a member of the APC Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, perhaps you can tell us what's the difficulty with the National Convention?
We don't have any difficulty. So I think you have to actually ignore some of these speculations and rumors. I gave a proverb recently at a forum. I said, nobody goes to a tree without fruits, and nobody will sit under a tree without shade. The APC is all it's actually the driving force right now that is changing and developing our country, Nigeria. And so it's bound for us to have one or two, interests or issues, but they are adequately being addressed. We have a reconciliation committee that is on top gear, reconciling all factors. Our convention is going to happen. It's something that the critical committee is meeting very soon to fix an accurate date. and also hold it. So we're not having problems holding it. The caretaker committee is actually on top of its game to see that the convention comes and, you know, the positions that are available are filled by all tiers, all progressives, including the youth and the women. So we're on top of what we're doing, and I would want to say it categorically that we have no issues with our convention. We are planning and being able to...
Can you confirm, Honorable,
and ensure that
if the convention is still slated within the projected timing of February this year?
Yes.
You're saying that the convention will hold in February?
There's already a timetable out for February, so we're working with that.
All right. We are back, and the phone lines are also open for your participation. Dr. Deji Folutile, Honorable Okotete, thank you so much for staying the course on the program. Honorable, talk to us very quickly about what informed the decision for the Women Conference. You mentioned that it's the first ever of its kind, and you're gathering women from across 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory at the instance of your party. What exactly do you aim to achieve with this?
We aim to achieve more visibility for our women. Like you rightly said, it's a pre-election year, and considering the barriers, the social and cultural barriers that women have faced, you know, before now, and some of the political issues we are having in terms of having more women, you know, represent us at all tiers of government. I thought it wise that we get ourselves ready and come out with one voice, do a diagnostics of why women are, you know, not so visible, you know, in terms of politics as well as, you know, party positions. And so with the diagnostic, there was need for us to change our strategy. There was need for us to, you know, start preparations on time. I think one of the reasons why we've had that itch, you know, of not having a lot of, you know, women is actually preparation. Like I said, the men are always ready, and being the fact that we are multitask, we can multitask and we can do a whole lot of things, you know, we tend to come on board at the tail end. And so while the men have been doing a lot, we just come at the tail end and expect them to, you know, give up their seats for us. So we just said, okay, let's start early. Let's identify those who will be running for elective positions now. And let's ensure that we're bringing out our best foods, making sure that they are well trained, they are well equipped, and, you know, bringing out the empathy in our personality so we can actually fix and, you know, represent our people at all, you know, at all levels. We're looking at, you know, increasing the numbers of women, you know, representing us at the state houses of assembly. We're also working hard to see that we have 108 women represent us at the National Assembly. So we'll be looking at all of these issues and we'll be addressing it. We have a keynote message that will be coming in from the current Vice President of Liberia. We have our First Lady, Our Excellency Dr. Aisha Buhari, you know, come on to, you know, encourage us and, you know, speak to us and motivate us to actually key into the reality. There's a new normal. The pandemic has changed the entire world, and so the role of women right now cannot be overemphasized. We need more women in government. We need more women in leadership roles, you know, to actually move, you know, the country, move Africa to the next level. And it was Desmond Tutu, late Desmond Tutu, that said something very striking and very important. He said, if you want to see real developments, if you want to feel real developments, give the woman a leadership role. And so we'll be bringing to the fore empathy, sincerity of purpose, passion, and commitment, you know, at the 2023 elections. And I'm sure Nigerians will embrace what the APC is about to do, bringing more women on board. I would definitely be out there to represent us and also support, you know, the men, carry out more developmental roles and, you know, push the nation to higher grounds.
So we've talked about some of the hindrances being faced by women, even educated ones who would want to venture into politics. There's the gender stereotypes, that assigns leadership naturally to men. There are issues of pay gaps and unpaid labor. And, the list is endless. You talked about the societal concerns earlier. Are you optimistic that 2023 is the year for the woman politically? From what you've seen as an insider, are you quite optimistic that the numbers will rise this time?
Yes, I am. It's clear that the numbers will increase. We're starting early. We're identifying our strong foots. We're out. We're not coming from a point of weakness. No. We're changing the narrative. We're not looking at the barriers. Instead, we're preferring solutions to the barriers. We're not looking at the limitations. Instead, we're trying to build, bridges above the limitations. So we're doing a lot of consulting. We'll be doing a lot of lobbying, which is very important. Some of the countries you see today that you have women occupy positions, they had issues. They had maybe some came from the civil war, and there was imbalance in population and all of that. Considering our population strength, 200 million Nigerians, of which about 45% are women, we definitely need the men. So we're doing a lot of lobbying. We'll be doing a lot of consultation, and we'll definitely be meeting back our people, because we can't do it on our own. We also need the Nigerian populations. We need the Nigerian people to back us up, support us, and give us the opportunity to put our voice also and our foot on the map of transforming and supporting the development of our country, Nigeria. I'm sure the stereotypes will. It's something that we've all met. The country is 62 years old, and considering the religion and the cultural issues we have, this is the best time. This is the best time. 2023 is the best time for women to be given opportunities to actually, support the developmental roles of government. And I know my party, the All Progressives Congress, is ever ready, is completely ready to support women across board. But what we as women are ready to do now, because the platform is there, and they're ready to support us. So we as women have to be ready to come out in our numbers, speak with one voice, avoid the inter-women issues we usually have, and come out in our numbers. We have the numbers. Come out with our numbers, lobby our stakeholders, and I'm sure the numbers will increase. Like I told you, we're looking at 108 women at the National Assembly. We're also looking at above 35% across all state houses of assembly. It's doable. It's not so aggressive, and yes, we'll bring in all it takes to ensure that we have that number.
But let's talk about women supporting women. What programs do you have at integrating younger women into partisan politics, and what exactly are your requests from the current government in that regard?
Okay, I want to correct or I want to make it clear for our viewers, because information is key and it's power. Under the APC, we have 2 deputy governors, one in the north and one in the south. The current deputy governor of Kaduna State is a woman, very active woman in politics under the APC. We also have the current deputy governor in Ogun State. I'm sure in terms of numbers, the APC is actually one of the parties in Africa currently that has created new solutions to the issues that women have faced. The APC is also one party that has also supported women in terms of our policies and our agenda. We've actually carried out and rolled out a whole lot of programs that have empowered our women across board. So the issues of us not coming out now is something that is strange to me, because on Tuesday, the APC women across the 36 states are gathering in our numbers to review what is already on board. And definitely from the outcome of this gathering, we'll see the numbers of women that will be coming out for elective positions. Behind the scene, we've also identified these women across the states. And so the issues that, you know, we've always pondered on, we've always complained, or we come from, you know, a position of weakness on, we already know that. And so we've already proposed solutions on all of these issues. And so when you're talking about what are we doing to support, your question now, what are we doing now to support the younger generation? I told you, and I'll repeat it again, that the APC is the only party in Nigeria currently across board that has a platform for young women where leadership, mentoring, and, you know, entrepreneurial empowerment programs are being run to support our younger women. I'm also a product of the APC. The APC is the only party in Nigeria that was opportune to give a woman my age to also represent women, you know, at the party level. So the APC has broken that barrier. The APC has broken the ceiling in terms of encouraging young women in government and in party positions. I remember under the APC, I was appointed the executive director of one of the government agencies at an age that, you know, was mind-blowing and mouth-dropping for people. You know, so the APC is actually a platform that encourages young women participation in politics. I'm a living example, so you're not going too far to look for evidence. And I'm just one out of a whole lot. We have more women in the APC, over 42 of us who are, you know, under 40, that have been appointed under the APC across, you know, the federal level. If you go down to the states, we have over 120, you know, across that I have just identified, you know, that are already occupying positions. So the platform, the Young Progressive Women platform, you know, is across the 36 states. We already have structures from all wards of the country, across the wards and the local government level. We have leaders across all of these positions because it's very important. I started politics as a councillor. You know, so when you start them very early, when you train them very early, when they get up the ladder, we'll have more numbers. And so that's what we're working towards. So right now we have a platform that is bridging that gap between the old and the young women in politics. We also have a platform that is educating them because we don't just want them to join politics. Women have always been in politics. Women are the highest voters in political elections. Women are the ones who guide the votes during elections. So we are always there. But what role are we playing beyond that? And so that's what the platform is doing. And that's why we're changing strategy. And we're sure, I'm not just making the numbers. I'm not just talking from a point of, you know, assumptions. I sit as a member of the Critical Committee of the All Progressives Congress. I meet with the stakeholders as much as possible. I interact with them. And they are willing and ready to support the women of the All Progressives Congress if we come out in our numbers. And so that's why we're coming out next week, to speak with one voice, analyze things, come up with a final position on what we want. And I can tell you that yes, in no time soon, you see us with our posters when INEC gives us the time to, you know, come out and do our campaigns. Like I said, we are consulting, and we're consulting very far and wide. And the response we are getting is very encouraging. And so if people are looking for a platform, if women are looking for a platform to actually, you know, come out and serve, because for us, it's all about service. And we're not coming in to, you know, to be bossy or, you know, to get the men behind us. No, we're coming to serve, we're coming to develop, we're coming to add our own voice, add our strength, you know, to see that our country, you know, works. Is our country. We have no other country beyond Nigeria. And so the progressive women are coming out. We are coming out. And in fact, we're already out. So you'll be hearing from us next week. With one voice, we're uniting for progress.
Well, looking forward to see all of that words also matched with action. Honorable Stella Okotete joins us live from our Abuja studio. She's the National Women Leader of the APC. Did I mention also that she's the Executive Director of Business Development, Nigerian Export-Import Bank, NEXI. Thank you so much, Honorable, for sharing your thoughts with us, and we wish you all the best with the Women Conference next week. We're looking forward to the resolutions that you will make.